Why am I still cubing when almost everyone who started with me either became a champion or quit entirely? When I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube more than 14 years ago, I thought I knew exactly where I was headed. Like every new cuber, I wanted to get faster and better and chase the top rankings. Others who were cubing back then, every single one of them have taken one of two paths. They either stopped cubing as life moved on, or they climbed all the way to the top, becoming national or international champions. But I landed somewhere in the middle. Not retired, not elite, just this strange outlier who still shows up, still competes, still practices, still cares, without the results to match the years behind me. And that's where the philosophical dilemma begins. Why do I cube? Why am I spending hours traveling across cities for competition and standing next to kids who are literally half my age and twice my speed? For years, I avoided answering it. I told myself I cube because I enjoy it, because it's familiar, it feels like home. But the real answer took years to understand. Life changed, work intensified, responsibilities grew, and the level of practice needed to actually become the best, to be competitive at the top, simply became unrealistic. And yet, whenever I find myself with a little free time, I still reach for the cube. I think part of me still remembers the intention I started with, that dream of becoming one of the best. And even if life has made that goal almost impossible, I can't bring myself to let it go. It's just that I've also accepted that it might be an impossible pursuit, or at least one that doesn't fit neatly with the rest of my life anymore. So I've found happiness in something subtler, continuing the chase anyway. Those tiny improvements, shaving off a tenth of a second, finding a smoother finger trick, learning an algorithm I once avoided, they still push me forward, and that strangely brings me joy. This is where my relationship with cubing starts resembling the myth of Sisyphus, pushing his boulder uphill endlessly, knowing it will always roll back down. But philosopher Albert Camus wrote that we must imagine Sisyphus happy, not because he reaches the summit, but because he finds meaning in endlessly pushing the boulder upward. And I think that's where I have arrived. Maybe I'll never be the fastest. Maybe the goal I set 14 years ago will always be slightly out of reach. But there's peace in acknowledging that and continuing anyway. Cubing for me hasn't become a casual hobby. It still is a competition, still a climb towards being the best. The difference is that I've learned to find happiness in the climb itself. And who knows, maybe I'll be 90 years old, still showing up at competition, still trying to improve, smiling at those PRs and chasing that ever-elusive goal. Maybe I'll always be that outlier. Not a champion, not retired, just someone who refuses to stop climbing.